After 4 years together, I thought I had found my forever person. Elliot and I built a life that felt solid: inside jokes, shared routines, quiet love. When he proposed on our third anniversary at the same lake where we had our first date, I said yes without hesitation. I started planning our wedding immediately, believing I was stepping into the happiest chapter of my life. But about 6 months after the engagement, something changed. It started with small comments about my appearance, suggestions disguised as concern. Then came criticisms about my ambition, my intelligence, even my family. Slowly, without realizing it, I began reshaping myself to fit his expectations. New clothes. Longer hours. Online courses. I thought love meant effort. I didn't realize I was shrinking. 3 months before the wedding, while discussing final details, he finally said what he'd apparently been thinking all along. He told me he had been settling. That his family didn't think I was polished enough. That I wasn't wife material. Then he looked me straight in the eyes and said the words that changed everything. "You're not worthy of being my wife. I'll find someone better." I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I laughed. Not because it didn't hurt, but because the absurdity hit me all at once. The man who had spent months tearing me down genuinely believed he was above me. I told him he was right, we shouldn't get married. Not because I wasn't worthy, but because I deserved better. I walked out that night and never went back. The aftermath was messy. Canceling the wedding. Moving out. Starting over at 29. Elliot alternated between anger, apologies, and condescension, more worried about appearances than losing me. That's when I knew I'd made the right decision. Living alone became my healing. I rediscovered hobbies he'd mocked, rebuilt friendships, and slowly reclaimed myself. Months later, I met Wyatt, kind, calm, secure. With him, love felt safe instead of evaluative. We built something real, step by step. Then Elliot came back into the picture. After dating someone better, he started messaging again. Apologies. Regrets. What ifs. Even after I married Wyatt, the messages kept coming: texts, calls, Instagram DMs, questioning my choices, asking for closure, implying I'd rushed into happiness. The difference this time? Those messages weren't just being read by me. They were being read by my husband sitting beside me, calm and unthreatened. When Elliot finally called, Wyatt answered. Politely, firmly. He told him I'd moved on, that I was happy, and that there was no space for further contact. And that was it. The man who once told me I wasn't worthy watched my life continue without him while I stood in a home built on respect, certainty, and peace. Losing him felt like the end. But it was actually the beginning of a life where my worth was never questioned again.